Hey guys, here's another video for automotive repair. This is on a 2010 fx35. Had an oil leak that I couldn't find where it was coming from. Looked all around the pan, it wasn't the pan. Checked back there to see if it was any other seals or anything leaking. It was not. What it happened to be was right here, this oil cooler sandwich. The oil filter goes on that threaded bolt right there, and then it attaches to the car, and the oil goes through this thing right here, which is a sandwich, and goes through the hoses to the oil cooler. So there is an O-ring behind that, and this is notorious on these 3.5 liters. Nissan, Infiniti, doesn't matter, it's the same motor. The O-ring basically gets old and wears out and it leaks, so you have to replace the O-ring. I found mine on Amazon for about $5. That socket right there, or that nut, is a 13/16. So you'll take out that, and then you'll be able to get to the O-ring, swap out the O-ring, put it back together, put your new oil filter on, and put in new oil. Make sure you do drain the oil when you do this, otherwise you're gonna have a lot of stuff coming out with you. So it's a good time for an oil change. We also had some mysterious squeaking noises up here from around the belt area, and it happened to be the pulleys for the idler tension and also a secondary idler. They were all bad. This car has 115,000 miles on it, so just doing a little maintenance to keep it running. Other than that, it's a great car and can't go wrong with it. Stay tuned. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing out. I apologize if the camera angle is not perfect. I don't have a mount to put it on, I'm just setting it against my wrench here, so we'll see how it does. So you break it loose with your 13/16, just like that. It's not in there too bad. And take out the, make sure you have the oil pan underneath it. Unscrew it, and you should be able to gain access to that O-ring. There we go. There's the O-ring. Right there. All you do is grab you a neo-nose pliers or grab you a pick tool or something, and then you can take that off and pull it out. Again, apologize about the angle. I don't really have anything to set it on. Let's try that. Find my pick tool. Comes right out. Alright. Set that off to the side. Get your new one. Now this is important that you make sure you put oil on the ring just like you would an oil filter. You want to put a little bit of oil on both sides. That's to help it seal up right when you put it together. So just take a little bit of oil dripping off, put it all around. Double check the size, make sure it's the same one. It is. The other one's going to be a little flatter because it's been in there for a little while, but overall diameter is the correct size. There is a groove that this fits inside of, so make sure you get it back in the groove. This one's got quite a bit of debris in there, so we're going to have to clean this one out before we stick it back in there, or we're going to end up with the same problem. It's got a lot of debris in it. It's always a good idea to clean your surfaces anyways.
Alt-delete, text like or dislike anytime during any song. 96750. Message and data rates may apply.
Always a good idea to have a few paper towels on hand and maybe some brake cleaner. Got me another paper towel. Much better. That'll make a good seal now. Because if you got all that debris in there, it will not seal up the way it should. You'll be doing this all over again. Clean your O-ring of any debris. Dip it back in oil. Set it in its groove, just like so. And put it back in there. Make sure you get it flush and that your O-ring is not falling out of the oil filter sandwich there. Oil cooler sandwich, sorry. And start slowly. Thread it in, double check, make sure it's in there flush. Can't stress that enough. Hold it as you tighten it up. And that's about it. Tighten it up, put your new oil filter on, add your 5 quarts of oil, and that is done for this job. Stay tuned, I'll show you what a bad bearing sounds like on an idler pulley.